Coworker came in all week hungover and sick. Yelled at us in training. Brand new job. My coworker is training a group of us and came into the office very hungover. We work in healthcare. She started the day by screaming at some of us and with some name calling. Midday she pulled me aside. I am pretty trustworthy to her and she said she knows I won't say anything and told me she was hungover and in possible detox from alcohol. She said she drank very hard and smoked weed that was bought off the street. She said it was bad weed and she's been sick since this weekend. It's obvious she is detoxing. She's sweating and nearly shaking. I don't want to work with someone like this. We handle surgical equipment. Also, now that she told me, she has been hiding in the bathroom and thinking I will cover for her. Thoughts? The next time you hear about this will be in court with a lawyer. Your liability is the issue. You work in healthcare. You need to report her. Like yesterday. Report everyone that was witness to what she said, what she did, how she looked, etc. That's not weed, bad weed she's detoxing from. How has she not been turned in yet? Patient safety over class solidarity. If I came to work like that, I would be fired on the spot and dragged out by security. Do not cover for this woman, since she is a huge risk to patients and would quickly throw you under the bus if anything happens. She's gonna bring you down with her. Get the fuck away from her as fast as possible. She should be at work in that state. Weed doesn't do that. She's covering for whatever other extracurriculars she does. Go right to HR and tell them what she told you. That's putting patient care at risk. If your company is reputable enough, they'll have a drug testing policy in place. Besides not tolerating the obvious lashing out, tell them to go home sick or report them to management. They are using you as a cover and they aren't your friend. You will go down with the ship if you try to help them. Now that you're aware, and not saying anything, you are also liable. Speak up. Sorry, but someone in that state should not be at work. Give her an ultimatum. Go home and sort yourself out. Or come with me, we're going to talk to our manager about this. If she makes a bad mistake and it comes out that you knew she was working in that condition and did nothing, you are at risk. Report it to HR and ask to be kept anonymous if you don't feel safe. That is unacceptable behavior in any field. You work in healthcare and have been presented with a threat to patent health. There must be a reporting mechanism. If not within your company, within the regulator. As someone who just had spinal surgery, please report this. Report her to HR. She's a danger to herself and others. Don't feel bad about it, either. She's your coworker, not your friend. Contact HR as this is dangerous. She just put you in a spot where you need to say something. Given your field, if she makes a mistake, and they find out you knew about this and kept quiet, you could be an accomplice after the fact. This isn't mortgages you are dealing with. It's medical equipment. Cover your ass, man. It's a brand new job. Is it worth the rest of your life? You have to report this. Please, please, please. I'm all for coworkers doing what they want when not at work, so long as it doesn't endanger others and affect their work. This is doing both of those things. Report her. Consult a lawyer and report the person to the proper authorities. If your state has a one-party recording law, meaning you don't have to ask permission to record, I'd start my phone's recording device and hide your phone in your open purse. And casually ask your supervisor how's she feeling. Gather any incriminating evidence you can. Then, go to your state licensing board and file an anonymous complaint. Does this woman work with patients and perform medical procedures? If she does, you have to report this. Tell the doctor and have your phone on record as well when you do. If you get fired, you have proof of wrongful termination, and you could hopefully hire an attorney to sue him. Is she an RN? Because the State Board of Nursing has zero tolerance for weed. Even if it's street legal, it's still a scheduled drug and she can lose her license if she tests positive on a random drug screen. HR stat. If she is having mental breakdowns, shakes, and overall instability, she should not work in the medical field. I am sorry, but she is a major liability and is liable to get someone killed. Report her and make sure you have a paper trail. Are you a registered member of staff? If so, your PIN is a consideration on top of staff and patient well-being. A non-report to management maybe, but also new job. There are not enough of us. Other jobs will be out there. Covering won't do her any good in the long run. She needs help, not enabling. Report her. You need to report. You cannot come into the office like that. It's so unprofessional, and if you're taking care of people, that's even more screwed up. If you were making relatively useless widgets in a factory, I'd just say, man, what a dick, but still report her. The yelling and name calling would have done it. Working in medicine gives it a new wrinkle where you have an obligation. Honestly, it would be good for her. She obviously has a problem, and most companies don't fire you for this. They give you the option to go to rehab. At least every company I've ever worked at. All of my places have also provided for the care with minimal to no employee cost. She sounds like she is in desperate need for a paid vacation of some time off on medical leave. This is all a recipe for disaster. I think she thinks of you as one of the few good poulp in her life. And her telling you this is a plea for help. Maybe you can help her figure out how to take some time off or something. Bad weed doesn't make you flip your lid and scream at people. JFC. I work in the medical field too. Report her ass. Those patients are in danger with someone unstable as her. Think if it was your family under that knife. Would you want an irresponsible medical professional on that team? If she gets in trouble, be sure she'll try to bring others with her. Op knew and they didn't care. I understand wanting to cover your coworker or not get involved, but health and safety take priority here. Either tell her she needs to go home or report her. Her state is putting patients at risk. Report her. And don't feel bad, it's not like another field where one bad boss just loses some money. People can die in healthcare, but mostly it's to cover your ass. She really shouldn't have told you that, but now that she did, you have to report it. Those are symptoms of detoxing from heroin or speed. You need to document and report. Also, F solidarity. They will toss you under the bus to save their own ass if they could. What's to stop her from saying you spiked her drink? You handle surgical equipment? She's taking hits off the patient's anesthesia drugs. Quit ASAP and report to the licensing boards. Red flag. Quit now. If you are worried about being fired, maybe skip HR and go to the local news outlets with all the details. You should report this to whoever licenses this person. Nursing, medical assistant, doctor. If you don't trust your system, report them to the board. Report her. Safety first, then teamwork. Do not cover for addicts, particularly in a healthcare setting. Look, I am 1,000 behind helping out your fellow worker. However, what she's doing is a liability, and will drag you down with her if you don't report it. This is health and safety. This is having a safe workplace. Report her ass. There is a 50% chance if you say anything it will be flipped onto you and you will become a target. Tread carefully.